Hi friends, welcome once again to my channel, Treasure Builders with Shola Morofolu, an educational channel where we'll discuss about early childhood issues, and for some time now we'll be looking at developmental issues in children, their milestones. In the last episode we looked at language development in children, and as a follow-up to this we'll be looking at effects of thumb sucking even on the language development of children. So what exactly is thumb sucking? It's a phenomenon that I'm sure we're all familiar with. And actually it's a natural and normal behavior that helps a child to soothe his or herself. And now thumb sucking usually starts right from the womb till even when the child is born. It's normal, it's natural, but it becomes a challenge or a problem when a child, even after the age of 3 or 4, still finds his or herself sucking. Then it has become a challenge. And whether we like it or not, thumb sucking has its own advantage or advantages. And one of its advantages is the fact that it's soothing. It gives the child a soothing effect, especially when the child is anxious or frightened, or when the child finds his or herself in a strange environment. So instead of the child throwing tantrums or crying or misbehaving, the child just puts the thumb inside the mouth and begins to suck, inadvertently soothing his or herself. Then another advantage is the fact that it is easy and it is less expensive. Mothers that have children that they buy pacifiers for, the cost of replacing pacifiers frequently and the rest, when compared with thumb sucking is relatively cheap. And for everything that has an advantage, there's also a disadvantage. And some of the disadvantages of thumb sucking is the fact that it exposes children to germs. The hands have touched so many things, and still the child still puts the finger or the thumb inside the mouth. So it's a risk to the health of the child. In addition, it affects tooth formation. And when it affects tooth formation, it will consequently affect the language development of the child. And so let's look at some of the effects of this of thumb sucking even on the language development. Some results by some researchers in US and Chile, they actually carried out a research to find out the effects of thumb sucking on children after the age of 4, and they found out that children after the age of 3 or 4 that still finds themselves thumb sucking are likely to have speech impediments, and as such thumb sucking can affect their speech or their language in the following ways. For instance, such children lack vocal play. And what do we mean by vocal play? Vocal play is part of the language development in children even as they grow up. And when it comes to when they are growing up, it is expected that there are some period they try to imitate the sounds in their environment. They try to imitate what they hear. But for the fact that their thumbs or fingers are always in their mouth, they find it difficult even to take part in this vocal play. In addition, it affects their ability to swallow. The finger is always in the mouth. They are not exerting any effort even on their throat or anything. So when you now give them food or some things that are just a little bit maybe hard or something to swallow, it becomes a challenge for them. So it affects their ability to swallow. And apart from that, it can also damage the health and appearance of the infants, which can lead to long-term issues like misalignment of teeth. We find that their teeth are not properly placed or properly aligned or properly arranged. In addition to this, they have incorrect tongue movements or placements which affects their pronunciation, because their tongues, because of putting so much sucking, putting the finger in the mouth, there's a problem with the placement of the tongue. Also, they are exposed to what we call open bite, and open bite is when the front teeth do not meet with the bottom teeth when it is closed. So when their mouths are closed, the front teeth and the front upper teeth and the bottom upper lower teeth are supposed to be closed. But for children that suck or that suck their thumbs or finger, you find out that most times there's an opening, and as such it might make the mouth even to protrude a little. In addition to this, we have what we call interdental lips, and it involves the tongue extending between the teeth when the child is producing some sounds like let me show you some sounds. Yes, when the child is producing sounds like s, there's usually a problem. We find the tongue extending between the teeth when the child is producing sound like s, or when the child produces z or pronouncing z. The child also has a problem pronouncing this sound. There's also a problem with this sound. In addition, we have l, we also have t, we have and we have d. So these are some of the sounds that interdental lips affects when the child is pronouncing as a result of long thumb sucking. So at this point we'll come to the end of today's episode, the effects of thumb sucking on the language development of children. And the next episode we'll be looking at how we can help our children even to quit thumb sucking. So if you are watched and you've liked this particular video, I would appreciate you just click the like button. In addition, share with friends. And if you are coming across my channel for the first time, I appreciate it if you just subscribe to the channel so that you get more videos concerning early childhood development and early childhood issues in children. And once again, I want to say thank you to all those that have been following me even on this channel. Thank you. God bless. So till the next time where I come back again with another educative video, thank you and God bless.